Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, February 23rd, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is all I need to do for the revolution is be in my soul flow. And today we have new moon in Pisces at 4 degrees. This new moon happens at 7:32 a.m. Pacific time. I'm getting used to not being Pacific time. It's very weird. 4-degree energy. This is the revolution, evolution energy. The Sabian symbol for 4 degrees Pisces is heavy traffic on a narrow isthmus. And so I was thinking about this, and first I was like, oh, well, it's like the narrow path that you have to walk, of your lifetime. And then it was like, no, wait, there's heavy traffic on this narrow path. It's getting off the path that everybody else is on and tuning into aligning with your own path. This, to me, finding your flow, owning your flow, being in that flow, that is what this new moon in Pisces is about. Now, this new moon, it's got some strong energy going on with it. 4 degrees, like I said, that revolution, evolution. Uranus likes to shake stuff up. Uranus is a catalyst for change. In fact, Uranus is the last connection the moon makes before this new moon. And I always say, like, the last connection before the new moon, it feeds into it. So Uranus, changing the path that you're walking on this earth, if it's not authentic to you, taking the road less traveled. The road less traveled, in fact, the road not traveled, because to be fair, your road, your own unique road, will not have been traveled by anybody else. It's not to say there aren't crossings, like people who have crossed that path, but your road means it's true to you, to your intuition, to your soul flow. Following that is the path of the revolution. That is the path of your evolution. It means that there's going to be times when people are going to disagree with the choices you make. There are going to be times that you're probably going to feel, oh, I did the wrong thing. Important lessons on that road less traveled. And this is how we want to finish up this astrological year, getting in alignment with that. So that when we have this new moon in Aries, we're like, I'm on my path. This is about the action that I'm taking. This is about being true to my I am. So tune in. This may not be so actionable at this time. It may be more sleepy. The naps continue. This may be about going into dream time. This may be about being called lazy. While you're daydreaming, imagining, tuning in to what feels right, what feels yum, what feels good to you, and getting off the road more traveled, that heavy trafficked isthmus. Like, why are you going on an isthmus anyway? Like, you can go to the whole world. You don't just have to take this narrow road. You don't have to walk that narrow path. That being said, I think there is something to the narrow path thing. I have a theory that various people have various path sizes. There are people who have larger paths, which means they have more variables. And then there's people whose paths seem to be a little bit more narrow. And the second they step off the path, it's like, psh, there's a snake there. Be aware of your path size. And if you are a narrow path person, I'm a narrow path person, like Spirit's like, this is what you're doing. You can try to have choices, but this is what you're doing. If you are a narrow path person, embracing that and going like full wholehearted in alignment with that energy. So besides this new moon Pisces energy, we have some other things going on today. We have the moon connecting to Mars. That's the first connection actually after the new moon energy. So we have Mars newly in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn's like, you can follow the herd, you can follow the shoulds, but it's not going to get you where you want to go. Today, we are definitely facing the conditioning and the comparison energies that are out there. And Mars, your action energy, your passion energy, it may be subject to those those outside. Again, it's a very individual thing, and it's not for anybody to say you're doing the wrong thing. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to your guidance above all. That is very, very, very important. And I feel like what we're learning in this new moon energy, remembering, we already know this, but remembering it. Moon is also going to connect to Mercury. Mercury, retrograde in Pisces. Oh my gosh. So old stuff. That which is hidden, moon can represent that which is hidden. And even though it's new moon, so it begins waxing, it begins growing, we're still in dark of the moon energy. And so hidden things, past life, ancestral stuff, weird chords may be popping up that need to be dealt with. How do you deal with it in a way that's true to you? And again, it's not about comparing or conditioning, doing what anybody else outside you says you should do. This is not about that. What are your morals? What feels right for you? I love that Rumi quote. I say it often. Out beyond right doing and wrong doing, there's a tree and I will meet you there. That's how you have to live your life, in that true fashion. And this doesn't mean hurting anybody else. You know, that's always something to look at. Is this the highest good for everybody? You know, but I believe when we're in tune with our soul, when we're doing the highest good for ourselves, it is the highest good for everybody. So do be very aware of that and aware of these old things. Today may be a good day to cut cords, release, practice forgiveness. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. Practicing that to release any places where you're holding these weird energies that you don't need to bring into this next astrological new year with you. Catalyst for change. Remember that. The other thing we have going on is Venus. Venus squaring Jupiter. So Venus in Aries squaring Jupiter in Capricorn. Now Jupiter in Capricorn is building a new world. Part of this building the new world energy and creating these new foundations in integrity is you. In your I am must be in integrity. And part of being in integrity with your I am energy is loving, valuing your I am energy. So we may come against that. Sometimes it's hard to love, honor ourselves when we feel so different, when we feel out of range, or when we're comparing ourselves to others, when we're in that conditioning energy. But today is the day to really embrace your I am and the color, the spectrum, the light that it brings, the light and the shadow, the contrast that it brings to this world, because all of it is helping make these changes. All of it is helping build this new world. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you 100% do have the power. Namaste.